Hello and welcome to the Sunwuko Monk, otherwise known as the Holy Monk Guide. This is a guide not by me, but you know, it's a build that's been going out for a while now, but this is just what's really been working for me, so I thought I'd share it with all you lovely people out there on the interwebs. Yes. Just like the Crusader build that you can find up here, I'll be going through the items, the skills, and then we're showing you a little bit of gameplay in a Greater Rift just to show you guys, you know, how it really works. So we'll be starting off with the items first. First of all, now I wouldn't say this is 100% necessary, because if you can manage to find a necklace that prevents poison, electric or arcane damage, I recommend getting that. But this is a great helmet to have. The Eye of Peshkov reduces the cooldown of Breath of Heaven by 43%. Breath of Heaven will be one of our main spirit generators, but we'll get into that when we go through the skills. And obviously you'll be needing the Sunwuko set. This is just a badass set all round. It's a 4-piece set, 3 if you've got the Royal Ring of Grandeur, which you should already have. Just look at that, 4 set bonus. Spending 75 spirit causes a decoy to spawn that taunts nearby enemies and then explodes for 3,500 weapon damage as holding. That's 500 more than this set for 3 pieces less, pretty much. Or 2 pieces less if you don't have the ring. That's crazy. That's just insane. That automatically makes it a tier 1 set in my eyes. Other sets or other builds that I have are the Argord's Wrong, which you can easily craft from your blacksmith dude. You should have it by now. 15% increased damage to elites and it reduces damage by elites, so that's always great to have, especially in the higher Greater Rifts. Vigilante's Belt, as we went through on the Crusader video. Great belt to have, 8% cooldown reduction off the bat without needing to change anything. Royal Ring of Grandeur, you want to be having this because obviously for the crazy, look at that, reduces the number of items needed for set bonuses by 1 to a minimum of 2. You can't just have like 1. Ideally, your second ring wants to be Stone of Jordan, because it's just crazy the amount of damage that gives you for the elites only. Or Unity. Unfortunately, I haven't been lucky enough to get either of these, so I'm using Skullgrass with a socket. The other set I'm using is Captain Crimson's set for the cooldown reduction. Ideally, I wouldn't want to be using this because obviously the third set bonus reduces all resources by 10%. If you can get Ice Climbers or anything that makes you be able to pass through the walls, and that'd be great. I recommend using that. And the weapon that makes this super fucking fireball is Flying Dragon. Chance to double your attack speed when attacking. Obviously, faster attack speed equals more damage, equals faster spirit regeneration, equals we can pump out that crazy 4-set bonus and get that crazy damage going on. Now, legendary gems, I would recommend this one, Marini, Teardrop of the Star Weaver. So obviously you're going to be attacking crazy fast, so the proc rate will be mental. I only have a level 1 at the moment, and when I don't have decent gems, I prefer to have the AoE one, the Wraith of Lightning for the all AoE packs. Second ring, this is a 100% needed. You want to get this, no doubt whatsoever. Go Gokul Swiftness, 61%. Obviously upgrades as you upgrade the gems. Chance to gain swiftness, increasing your attack speed by 1% for 4 seconds and stacks up to 15 times, so 15% extra attack speed. And obviously 1% cooldown reduction per stack of swiftness when you get 25%, so that's also a great gem to have for this build. The third gem is down to you really. I would go for either a Bane of the Trapped or Bane of the Powerful for the increased 15% elite damage. And a Bane of the Trap is always great to have, 25% extra damage from slowed, an all-round great gem to have. But these are my gems and item builds for this per se. We're going to Paragons quickly. In core, you want to be having most in your dexterity, and you want to be capping your movement speed at 25% again, like I said in the Crusader build. Offensive, cooldown reduction. Paramount, great to have. 10% cooldown reduction off the bat is great to have. Either critical hit chance or critical hit damage. If you want to get more attack speed, then go for that. But we're going to be having attack speed out the ass here. So It's down to you. This whatever you want to put them in. There's no right or wrong answers when it comes to Paragons, I believe. Defenses here now. You want to be pumping it all into resist all. We'll be going through this, explain this a bit more when we come over to the skills. And either life or armor. I recommend if you have slightly over 400,000 HP, I'd recommend life. But if you have over 500k, I'd say armor. I like to have a lot of health to give me a bit of leeway, so I go for life. But really, I should go for armor. Utility. Nothing great in utility here. Area damage, pump them all in flat, and everything else is kind of useless. Life on here isn't really noticeable. There's no gold in Greater Rifts, and you don't want to get resource production, so that's it for the Paragons. And now for skills. Now we'll be going through these skills and the runes that you want to be using, and when it comes to certain skills, I'll be showing you why you should pick them over alternatives. Your primary damage skill would be Wave 100 Fists with Fist of Fury. Obviously, one of your only... it's your only holy skill, your only holy rune that you can be getting here. Perform a short dash. Perform a short dash. With the first attack, an enemy take an additional 6% weapon damage is holy over for 3 seconds. Fist of Fury damage can stack multiple times on the same enemy, so that's great for Rift Guardians and shit like that. Techniques. Obviously, our right click button will be Sweeping Winds with Inner Storm. This will be our second bread and butter. It's going to be our main spirit spender, so we can get the explosion going out as much as possible. We want to be using Inner Storm because when it's at 3 stacks, it will give us 8 spirit per second. Obviously, you want to be keeping our spirit as much. We want to be keeping it above half, or we have to D75. We want to be keeping it about half, so we can keep spamming that as much as possible. Ideally, we want to be keeping it full, but we won't have that spirit generation like the Crusader on this build, I don't think. Now, mantras. There's a difference of opinion here. Some people say Mantra of Salvation with Agility is the best way to go. I agree with that. But other people say that Mantra of Healing with Time of Need is great, or where is it? Yeah, Time of Need is what they say. Now, I want to show you why I think Mantra of Salvation is the choice of mantras. We're going here. You'll see here that I have nearly 20 million toughness, which is great for the higher Greater Rifts. I activate it, 21 million. I'm going to be permanently having that. And I'm going to be having 35% dodge chance. Because I'm going to be constantly spamming my mantras when I have the spirit for it. And when I swap the mantra of healing with Time of Need, yeah, okay, the shield is nice. I just realised I just popped that. So we'll cut that out. Now I'm going to be showing you why I don't use Mantra of Healing. Yeah, okay, the little shield you get when you activate it is nice, but 32,000 damage is nothing. That's nothing, especially in high Greater Rifts. That's just pathetic. And the reduced damage by 30% when below 50% health, you're going to be getting insta-gived, in the high Greater Rift, so it's just not worth it. But as you can see here, I've lost 9 million toughness. When I activate it, I don't gain anything else. All I gain is a short shield that covers 69,000 health. Yeah, it might be great for the little packs, but it's not that great for anything else. Obviously, our last skill will be Epiphany with the Desert Shroud. 40... Is it 40? Oh, 60. There's a 60-second cooldown, and with this rune, Desert Shroud, it will decrease damage by 50%. Now, that is great, because if we activate this, and then activate the mantra, 43 million toughness. we're going to be surviving a good long time. And with our cooldown reduction of what, 47%, we can keep it up, not constantly, but it's going to be kind of a short delay. Passive skills. This is why this is so great, because if you see there, you and your allies within 60 yards gain 20% increased resist all and 35% increased dodge. Harmony increases that even further. 40% of your single elemental resistances from items instead increase your resistance to all items, all elements even. Great, you know, all of my resistances are now, you know, notched up, you know, which is just perfect for what we need for Greater Rifts. Seize the initiative. Dealing damage to enemies above 75% life increases your attack speed by 30%. More attack speed, more damage, more spirit, more decoys. Beacon of Utah. Rate 20% cooldown reduction. With the 10% we've got from Paragon, 30% cooldown reduction off the bat. With the gem, you know, 42%. Great. Amazing. You know, much wow. Such cooldown. And Christine Aguilera, whatever you want to fucking call this skill, increases the attack speed of spirit generated by 50%. As we said before, more spirit, more decoys, much wow. So that is it for the items, the skills and the gems, guys. Now we're going to be showing you what the build can do. A slight fail on my part. When I started the Greater Rift, I must have hit something on OBS because it stopped recording. Amazing. So, in the interest of time, because I don't really have time to doing a trial again, we're going to be doing a Torment 6 Rift, and we can just see how it fares in this. You can see, as I said, you know, Electrify, Arcane and Poison will generally be your two biggest faux pas because melee, Arcane, fuck lasers. That's not annoying at all. And I think in terms of legendaries, Greater Rifts are by far, you know, much better than legendaries. So, in terms of legendaries, I think Greater Rifts are much better than, you know, Torment 6. But, you know, P6 definitely has the gold and the EXP advantage to doing them. I think someone calculated that you get double the experience of in a T6 Rift is what you do in a Greater Rift. As you can see, I'm using Breath of Heaven whenever I can on mobs just to get me the increased speed regen. I'm spamming my mantra as much as I can and Sweeping Winds when looking procs, fuck fire chains. This is going to get hairy, a blue and a yellow. Wow. Fucking frozen shits. Wait a minute. That's 2 yellows and a pack of blues. I did really well there, I thought. And the idea is just to spam. You see there, even with them, with Desert Shroud up, I managed to pretty much kill him in that one pull. And even after that, they got just absolutely decimated when I revived, so. Fucking ass. If you can, you want to be getting, you know, you want to be keeping Epiphany up as much as possible, so try and keep up that cooldown reduction. Don't cripple yourself though. Get the goddamn chest! My god, wow, that's a lot of fucking kickers from Resident Evil 2. Wee, speed. Wee! Yeah! Ooh, Goblin. Goblins aren't really relevant in Rift, but still, they're still nice to kill. Fucking bugs, I hate these things, I just hate the little bug things.
It is not ready yet.
There we go, dead.
A vicious strike.
Blah! That was a flash. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Died like 10 seconds ago, now you're talking shit. Attack damage, just gonna wreck me.
That ability is not yet returned.
Ah, that's fine. There we go. Now we can get some spirit regeneration going. Now we can blow some shit up. My god, are you fucking... Come on, bitch.
It cannot be done. My strength returns.
That's why I said you wanted trying to get like ice climbers for your boots instead of the Crimson Guard set. Because then you can just walk through that shit. And yeah, you got the Kool-Aid potion that... You got the Kool-Aid potion that can like do the same effect, but you don't want to be using the potion just for that.
What you ask is impossible.
I am so fast now, I can't even control myself.
I must wait to use that ability. My injuries are less severe.
That's nice for you, it's nasty. Yeah, you can generally see what we're aiming for with this build. Just similar to the Crusader. It's just resource regeneration and spending it as fast as we can generate it, really. And if we can generate it constantly, then we'll be spending it constantly. And fuck lasers.
I can't do that.
The Rift Guardian is here.
One negative about the T6 Rift is that, you know, everything else doesn't die when the Rift Guardian spawns, but, you know, you can't be too techy.
That ability is not yet recharged. My strength returns.
Stop spawning shit, bitch! It's so annoying!
Your intent.
Try to remember to dash as much as possible as well. Damn. You don't drop shit, do they? Yeah, that was a Sunwuko build, guys. Sorry about the mix-up of the OBS and the Rift and shit. Next guide will probably either be the Firebirds or the Stampede Crusader. Tell you what do you guys decide? Let me know in the comments below what you guys would prefer to see me do the guide over next. The Firebirds or the Crusader. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you next time, I guess. Peace out. Oh, that's pretty cool.